Hello, my name is Anita Nderu, a TV presenter and a radio presenter from Nairobi, Kenya. I work for both Capital FM as a presenter and I work for NTV as a panelist on a show called #TTTT. And you are watching The Other Side of Me. We are currently at a very beautiful place known as the Current Country Lodge. So the last song that I connected with powerfully, and why the song, for some reason it's Delicate by Taylor Swift. I kind of got what she means by sometimes you just want to be invisible and just live your life without everybody scrutinizing everything you're doing and everybody having something to say. So yeah, when I heard that song, I was like, oh girl, I feel you. We're not in the same lane, but I feel you. How did I get into radio? I got into radio back in 2013. So there was an audition being held by Capital FM. They were looking for somebody to do their online news. So when I went to audition for that, the MD at the time, when I went in for one of the final interviews, was like, I like your voice, why don't you go into the studio and just do a demo? So we see if you can also do radio news. So that's how it started, and then they liked it, and then I got the job. Then after doing the news for 4 years, I was transferred to the programs department where I did Hits Not Homework for a year. What do I love the most about radio? Nobody sees you. They just hear you. So you can go to work in PJs every single day, no makeup, your wig is a mess, your hair looks like you were beaten up on your way to the office, like it's fantastic. But that aside, because it's theater of the mind, it makes you read more, research more, and I feel like it brings out a creative side of you that wouldn't ordinarily come out if you were doing something that people can visually see. So I happen to do both radio and television, but given the option, I think TV comes more naturally to me. I don't know what it is, but there's something about the camera going on and then I just come alive and you just know what to say. I've never been able to understand it to this day because I don't know, I feel like with radio you have to be so meticulous with your thinking and there's just so much that goes into it. It almost feels like work, but fun work. But TV, it's TV, it's just, worst case scenario, if you're saying the most boring things on earth, if you're just being animated about it, guys will just be like, we'll just watch. The most exciting thing about being a part of the trend, I have to say, has to be the team, because we never know what any of the team members are going to say. You're given the trending topics of the week and then you're told to research and come on Friday at 8 p.m. and talk about them. So whether you're going to throw shade, whether you're going to be funny, you really never know what someone's going to say. So the topic is introduced and then everybody just says what they have to say, and half the time it's hilarious. Like you actually leave there happier than when you walked in. And because we've all worked together for so long, it's almost like a family that you get to choose. And the entire team is amazing. Everybody has this wit and humor that's incredible. And then sometimes you actually just get to learn things on the show. It's like one of those places where you go to just to be happy. So yeah, I think that's pretty much why #TTTT is like one of my favorite places to be. The most exciting thing that has happened to me this year is I turned 29. How? When? Where did the years go? Like just 3 days ago, I was 19. I was so happy. Life was good. There was zero responsibility. Did you know paying rent is actually very difficult? And then all of a sudden I blink and I'm 29 and I'm just like, okay, but I'm happy. Because I mean, every year is a blessing and not many people get blessed with the ability to say, I turned 29 this year. So I'm very, very grateful. How I would describe the last 10 years of my life is what happens when you're busy making plans. When I was 19, I thought by now, I'd be on E, I'd probably be married to, what's his name? Chris Hemsworth. I'd have a bunch of kids. Life would be fantastic. I'd be living in Hollywood. Oh no. So I'm still in Nairobi. I don't know whether you know this. And I'm very much working in Nairobi, not married to Chris Hemsworth and 29 years old. But anyway, I kid, and still not working for E. I'm waiting for them to call me. The last 10 years, the good bit is I always wanted to be on radio and television, specifically Nation Media, specifically Capital FM, and I'm grateful to God that those have come to pass. A lot of the other companies that I wanted to work with over the years that I loved and I adored, those have come to pass too. However, as much as in the last 10 years, everything on my vision board there's quite a number of things on my vision board that are still there in existence. I've just come to learn and understand that life is what happens when you're busy making plans, and if you're doing your best and you put in all the work necessary, one way or another things just fall into place. So as much as the 10 years went in a flash, I'm happy with how they've gone. So let's just hope the next 10 years will be just as kind. What do I see in myself, for myself rather, the next 5 years? Hopefully, E will have finally called me. Oh my God, does nobody want to give them my number? Just keep dropping emails. So hopefully that in the next 5 years, I hope, so I bake, that's my side hustle. So I hope in the next 5 years, I'll have a physical bakery where everybody can just come and eat amazing cakes. And what else in the next 5 years do I hope? I don't know. I just hope for a lot of happiness, a lot of love, a lot of success for me and my loved ones, and just about everyone. And I hope I get to work with young people more, because it's something I'm very passionate about. And another thing that I love to do is read books to kindergarten children. So I'm hoping I get a job at a school. They don't even have to pay me. I just want to go there and read them books before they go for their 3 o'clock nap. Can you believe parents pay tuition and then your kids have a 3 o'clock nap? That stuff is just so fantastic. I can't believe it. My kid will not sleep. If I've paid tuition, you will stay, while everyone else is sleeping, you will read another book. When it comes to my baking, I can practically bake anything from pies to cakes to pastries to bread, because when I was 13, my dad's idea of finding you a hobby was sending you to some sort of institution to learn something. So that's when I learned how to bake. But what I love baking the most has got to be cakes and cupcakes and apple pies. And then my vanilla cake and my Death by Chocolate and my carrot cake are by far the best cakes ever. I should have brought you guys some. Sorry. I know. I'm a really bad guest to have. So last year was 2018. You see, this is how time flies. In 2017, I was nominated for the ASFAs, which is the Abryanz Style and Fashion Awards, which is one of the biggest fashion awards in Africa. And I was nominated under the category of Best Dressed Media Personality Africa. So when I saw that the people in the category, I was like, this is so nice. I am so excited. But there's no way this is coming to me. I remember our HR boss in the office was like, just have some faith. And I was like, have you seen the people in the category? But anyway, nonetheless, hi guys, just vote for me. Okay, great. So then the day of the awards, I was waiting to see them put up the name of who had won. And yet, nothing went up. So my co-host Tracy was hosting the Abryanz that year. So then I called her the next morning and I'm like, who won that category? And she's like, I don't know, I was backstage. Do you know, I called almost everyone I knew who went for that fashion award, and I was like, who won? And then it was Jamal Gaddafi, who also won in his category, who goes, oh, you won. I was so excited, like I cannot even explain to you. And at that point I was heading somewhere and I was at the airport. I started screaming. So I don't know whether security thought other things were happening. I don't know, but I was just super stoked because I love to dress up, and for me, being extra and overdressing is life. So then to win that, and in the category that I was in, I was just really happy. When that trophy came, it's still chilling where I can see it every day, just to remind me that you need to wake up, dress up, and show up. So what the award made me view in terms of style and fashion is, I would like to be, but then you see, it's not something which you can like force on people, but I'd like to actually be the kind of person who influences other people into wanting to dress up. I think one of the problems we have in Kenya is that if it's a red carpet event and you're told to dress up, you'll probably be the only dressed up person at that red carpet, you know what I mean? And I want Kenya to get to the place where South Africa is, where Nigeria is, where Tanzania is, where the Ugandans are in terms of dressing up, where when you're asked to dress up, you dress up, like you take fashion seriously. So I'm hoping through constantly being Team Extra, someone will be like, you know what, I want to be Team Extra too. How do I unwind after a busy day? I sleep a lot all my days. So I'm nocturnal. So most of the time I sleep at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Or if I sleep at like 11, I'll wake up at 3 to eat and then go back to sleep. But then my idea of unwinding is just binge watching movies or series and reading books as well. I love to read books. I actually got 2 of the same copy for my birthday, and I was like, this is why there's a birthday list. When you've gotten something, say take it off the list. Anyway, neither here nor there, I'm still happy. What else do I do to unwind? If it's not sleeping, reading books, binge watching series. So I buy cookbooks, and then when I go home, I open a random page and then I try make whatever is on that page. No one has died so far, so I'm doing well. And then if it's the weekend and I want to unwind, it consists of the girls, it consists of gin, and it consists of cute dresses and heels. Well, I hope that was interesting for you. Thank you so much for watching the other side of me, and I hope you learned a thing or two about me. And it's been an absolutely fantastic day, and I want to thank the team for having me. It's been great laughs. I loved the looks. You guys have been absolutely amazing. And yeah, so stay tuned to see which other personalities will be coming to grace your screen. excited. Okay, wait, now I have to do the question. Okay. So we are currently at a very beautiful place known as the Karen country lodge. You know, you get here and then your accent just changes. And you are watching The Other Side of Me.